I'm going to explain to you what's really behind all these calls on Capitol Hill suddenly for Al Franken to resign from the Senate. At last count, 34 Democratic senators, look at them all there, are demanding that Franken step down in the wake of a string of harassment allegations that we've been hearing about now for days. Now, before you join the march up the castle, to the Castle Frankenstein to capture the monster, I have a word of caution. They've come down with a sudden case of feverish morality, but what it really is nothing more than a political calculation by the Dems. Look, they have two paths to destroy the president. The first is the Mueller investigation. We've been talking about how that's corrupt to the core. Last night with Jeannie Rhee, yet another prosecutor who shouldn't be on this case, we broke that story exclusively last night on the show. The second way they're going to try to destroy the Trump presidency is the war on women. Yeah, that old saw. They have now determined that it's worth sacrificing Franken, just like they did John Conyers, throw him overboard to save the political Titanic that is their party. Now, what does this do? It sets the precedent for the Democrats to try to drive Roy Moore from office should he win the Alabama Senate race. And two, this is the next step in the quest to impeach President Trump. Now, the left is brilliant. They're really, really smart at using the media to create a narrative and pound it all day long that quickly becomes a political bludgeon. The drumbeat of accusations and the calls for scalps advance the false premise that the left are all about protecting women. In fact, both Hollywood and the Democrats, think about this. They've objectified and pornified and abused women for decades. And the abusers, let's not forget, have been celebrated. Ted Kennedy, Bill Clinton, Matt Lauer, Kevin Spacey, Franken, Conyers, Weinstein, the list goes on and on. So I'll tell you this tonight. Be wary of the lynch mob that you join today, because tomorrow it could be coming for your husband, your brother, your son, and yes, even your president. And that's the angle.